Hey everyone, I'm so excited to introduce you to this man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Doug Franklin from LeaderTreks. So many of you already know who he is because you've been blessed to use a lot of his content from his ministry. And I have been able to get to know Doug a little bit the last couple of years, but it was this week we got to give each other a big hug. Yeah! So I actually got to meet the man in person. It's a crazy week. But here we are, and I got to sit through a number of his presentations, and one yesterday just really hit me hard. I loved it, on developing your discipleship structure. So with all that said, Doug and I were talking about this sheet that he has. We're going to make this available for you as a hyperlink. But Doug, please share this 3330 principle.
Yeah, what I find is that youth workers don't ever communicate what's going on in church, in the youth group to the church. So there's great things happening in the youth ministry, but they don't tell anybody about it. Did this exercise yesterday here where I asked youth pastors to tell me great stories of students' transformation. And then when they got done, I said, how many people in your church know this? Silence, right?
So it's almost like the elevator pitch.
Right, the elevator pitch.
Yeah.
So I came up with this tool, 3330 principle, and it says this. When someone says, hey, how's the ministry going, Rich? To respond with, well, as you know. That's my prompt. As you know, our mission is to develop leaders to fulfill the Great Commission. And this last week, I was with a bunch of students at Winter Retreat, and we had 3 new students come who have never been at youth group before, and they said they're going to start coming to youth group.
So you start with your mission,
right?
And then you go right into a win.
And then I say a need. Would you be willing to pray for these 3?
Okay.
So this is 3 things that I'm asking for. I'm saying our mission, we're doing something. We got a plan.
Yes.
We're seeing the plan come through, and you can be involved. And every time someone stops me and goes, Doug, how are the kids doing? Or how's that student ministry going? Or how are you doing with those kids? Are they giving you a hard time? I answer with, well, as you know, our mission is to develop leaders to fulfill the Great Commission. And this last week, we had this great winter retreat. We had 3 new kids come. Hey, would you be interested in maybe praying for these 3 new students?
Wow.
And you know what? Every time I do that, they've never said, no, thank you, I don't want to pray for kids. No, they say, yeah, what's their names? I'll pray for them. And then a week later, they say to me, hey, Doug, how are those 3 kids doing? I'm like, well, good news. You know, as you know, our mission is to develop leaders. And they came back to church. Right. And you know what? We could use a new small group leader. Are you interested?
Ooh. So that's the 30 for 30 seconds. Yeah. That's hallway conversation.
That's right. Now you can do a 3-minute one. So like a stakeholder, like a parent or a church leader or an elder comes to you and says, hey, Doug, how's the youth ministry going? Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say our mission. We've got a plan for what we're doing. The plan is working. I'm going to tell the story of transformation. And then I'm going to add to that. I'm going to add to them about students' growth, where I see students growing. And then I'm going to ask them to get involved. Okay. That's the 3-minute one. Now, if I got to do a 30-minute one, like the budget committee wants to see me, right? And they say, Doug, why do you need more money this year? I'm going to tell them, listen, we have a mission. You know, here's a story of transformation. I'm going to tell them about our strategic plan. I'm going to tell them about our goals. And then I'm going to do an ask. And I think when you follow that format, you can be really effective about what's happening in church. And what I have found is when you do this, it's a boomerang. You start telling stories of what God's doing in students' lives, and it won't be long before someone stops you and goes, hey, I hear good things are happening in the youth ministry. Right? Yeah. Churches gossip. Why not gossip about good stuff? That's true. Good gossip. Yeah. Doug, this awesome. This link will be in the email. Yes, sir. You can grab this, you guys. We'd love for you to use this. LeaderTreks.com, right? Yep, and .org. And .org, okay. And maybe even .net, I'm not sure.
Definitely. Missions trips, like you're already full, basically, for this year for mission trips. Great mission trip place to go as far as, you want to explain a little bit what they do?
Well, our mission is to develop leaders to fulfill the Great Commission, as you know. And we do it 3 ways. We do it 3 ways: trips, training, and curriculum. So we do mission trips. We do curriculum, year-long curriculum, month-long curriculum, student leadership development curriculum, and then we also do training events. 2 weeks, we're in Gatlinburg, and then of course we just have this great event here with Walton CPU, so CPYU.
CPYU, anyway. Hey man, this is awesome. So glad that this could be a resource for you because together we can go further faster. God bless.